Yeah. Hey, Kiran is here already. Yeah. I just saw him.
Okay, so
Yeah.
yes, I'm here, but I'll
Hi.
be
Good
off the
evening.
video because I'm
Yes.
in a casual. This so Abhishek will be leading the stuff.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Then I think we're going to start now.
Okay.
I think we're almost here. Let me start with first welcoming everyone. So these are the, I should say, safety tech family. Yeah, because
Wow. Nice.
most of, they are all connected to Sir Edwin. Sir Edwin, where are you? I just saw you a while ago. Okay, and he's the one who organized this.
Correct.
Okay, the president of Safety Tech.
Right.
For everyone's info, I'm James Abarca. Okay, as I'm
I think
the
James, this is
yeah.
for your help.
Oh, okay, okay. I'm James. Yeah, currently I'm in Singapore, but in the future I will be in the Philippines on November. So my flight going back is October 20th to be exact. So I'm currently working here, but later on I'll be linked as a business development manager for FireTech, wherein what we are doing now is just an initial step for us to have our network or connection together. So in other words, these are my future partners in Philippines.
Correct.
Okay. So tonight we're going to have a discussion, basically technical discussion on the home suppression system, technical, and since some business owners are here, you can ask for some commercial aspects or logistic aspects. Uh, but in depth of commercial, I will let Sir Edwin to answer all of you. Okay, Sir Edwin, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Yeah, you just finished your workout, huh? Very healthy. Okay,
Oo nga eh,
so
kailangan.
kailangan, sir, ano? So, sir, we just started. I just introduced myself. Then now I'm going to introduce Mr. Abhishek. Okay, before Abhishek, we have Mr. Kiran. Kiran is the MD, the Managing Director of FireTech. He has more than 15 years of experience in foam suppression system. He's spearheaded 500 design engineering assignments. He is passionate about customized solutions, and this is the one I like. Loves deep sea diving. So I believe Kiran will enjoy Philippines later when the coronavirus is gone. Huh? Okay. The next is Abhishek. Abhishek is our Chief Executive Officer. 12 years in EPC experience, and is very passionate in Industry 4.0. This is a very interesting field, Abhishek, for the
Yeah,
future.
sure.
Yeah, future
Correct.
industry.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
So, okay. So without any further ado, I think I'll give the floor now to Abhishek. But before that, I would
Yeah.
like to tell everyone I'm going to mute you all. But if you have any question, please type in the chat box. So I will take note of all your questions. Then we'll have during the Q&A, I'll just read them. Okay. So
Correct.
uh, okay.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, James.
Okay.
Thanks a lot, Sir Edwin, for organizing this meeting. It's a great pleasure to meet all of you here on this lovely evening. So what today's agenda will be, I will be talking about FireTech. I'll be introducing FireTech to you all, and briefly telling what are the different things that FireTech has been doing, and what kind of product portfolio we have, what kind of projects we have done. And I will leave the floor open for you to ask if you have any questions. And again, I mean, I look at it as a series of, this is the first of series of discussions we will have. I'm sure each of you will have different questions, and you can pose different questions at different point of time, and we will get back to you with whatever information or whatever information and data that you need. So I'll go one by one. I'll start with introducing you about FireTech. Anybody has heard of FireTech till date? Quick, if you can just say yes if you have heard about FireTech, except for James. James does not count in this poll.
Yeah, you can just thumbs up if you heard
Yeah,
about
or
FireTech.
maybe you can just put it on chat. That's also
Yeah.
fine.
Actually, most of them, when they took the registration, it's their first time.
Understood, understood. Okay, no problem. So yes, yeah. So okay, so I will go ahead. So basically, FireTech is a team of passionate engineers. James, can you just mute everyone, please? Again. Yeah, that's great. Partech is a team of passionate engineers. We are committed to solve customer challenges with expertise, and this is what we have been doing for last 25 years. So we have a great legacy and experience and expertise for last 25 years working on a firefighting industry. We have designed and installed more than 5,000 systems, and be it foam system, water system, or dry chemical based system. Whenever a customer has come up to us with some fire hazard, we have always solved their problem. And over the last 25 years, more than 5,000 systems we have installed. So that talks a lot about the experience and expertise that we have at FireTech. Being engineer, we all recognize that only in firefighting output is important. Getting extinguishing fire is important, but for that also the importance is to make a good product. You need to have a great processes, and we at FireTech have take pride in the processes and procedure that we have set across. We are ISO 9001, 14,001, 45,001 certified company. We have got it certified to Bureau Veritas. We have a state-of-art design, engineering, and manufacturing facility. Our factory is, our factory is equipped with high-precision CNC shop, expert welders. We have all the latest tools like PipeNets, SolidWorks, CAD/CAM software to ensure that we respond to customer queries and requirements. In fact, we have a very well-established testing facility, probably one of the very few in India, where we can do testing for UL and FM requirements. So in fact, in India, whenever UL testing has to happen, UL testing happens at our factory. UL people come to our factory and they witness the test and the test result. So that is the level of equipments we have, or a testing facility we have at our factory. Doing all these things over a period of time has their benefits, and one of the benefit is today we are the largest UL listed foam suppression equipment manufacturers in Asia. So it's not only India, but we are the largest in Asia in terms of foam manufacturing equipment. We routinely export to North America, Europe, Africa, Middle East, and Southeast Asia. In fact, we were the first people to obtain UL listing of bladder tanks with AFFF and ARFFF, both types of foams in Asia. We were also the guys we were felicitated by UL for reaching a milestone of fastest supply of 500 bladder tanks. And this is probably we are one of the people across globe to reach this milestone very quickly. So essentially, FireTech is a company which is engineer at heart, and product is just a manifestation or output of our work. So that is how we look at FireTech and our customers. I am gonna share with you some of the stories or projects that we have done over a period of time, which will give you sense about what is the different work and experience that we have at FireTech, which will help you utilize some of these things or some of our products or some of our service in your with your customers and in your projects. So this is what I am presenting to you now, is one of the largest foam suppression system for LNG terminal in Asia. So the client came to us with a particular requirement to have a LNG terminal which is close to a seaport jetty, and it was one of the largest at that time, about a couple of years back. And there are very few manufacturers across globe who were willing to compete for this. And by God's grace and fortunately, we got this order. The foam storage tank itself is a 40,000 liter storage tank which was made completely in the factory. It also has a UL listed foam pump skid, and the entire foam skid manufacturing and testing was done in-house in FireTech. There are a lot of global companies were involved in this. Black & Veatch was the PMC, and Foster Wheeler was the EMC. We have worked in close coordination with their offices in US and UK to ensure the project success. This is another one of a kind project that we had done, and this is for a high altitude aircraft hangar for sub-zero temperature conditions. So this is the aircraft hangar that we have done, which is up there, up north of India, which is in Himalayan region, and the temperature there ranges from minus 25 degrees to 40 degrees, and it is always challenging when you are in a scenario or sub-zero temperature how to extinguish fire, because there is always a danger of water getting frozen. So we designed the entire system, and we also manufactured and supplied the equipments for this particular aircraft hangar. We are the only manufacturer in Asia to manufacture a complete aircraft hangar system in-house and also test it in-house. So that is a unique credentials that we have. After this, we have designed and supplied to more than 6 hangars across globe. Right from, there are quite a few hangars we have done in India, and there are some hangars in Africa that we have done. Another interesting project that we had done about a couple of years back was a port trust jetty protection, and so this is the platform which is where the ship with the oil tanker comes to the jetty, and that is where the unloading happens. And because there is a oil transfer that is happening from the ship to the port, there is a lot of protection needs to be done, and this entire system design was done by Firetech, and also the equipment were supplied by Firetech. I'm just going to play the video just to give you a sense of what we had done. So if you see on the right side, there are two huge tower monitors. There are two on left and two on right. So there are total 4 tower monitor, remote controlled, which was which was completely manufactured by Firetech. And again, the testing for this was done at a Firetech. So these are the monitors on the left. And if you can see at the bottom, there is a curtain nozzles, which is essentially to protect ship or the jetty area. This was also completely designed and manufactured by Firetech. So the beauty of this system is not only the discharge part, but the entire proportioning part. So right from where the foam system starts, so everything was designed and manufactured by Firetech. Moving on. One of the very common area where foam protection system is used is oil terminals. So whenever you see a large oil depots or oil tanks, or so that is where the foam protection is used. We at Firetech have designed more than 500 fire protection system for oil tanks, dikes, and terminal protection. We have experience and expertise in low, medium, and high expansion protection. And because of the sheer number of installations that we have done, anybody can come up with any challenge with respect to tank protection, and we would have done it somewhere in the past. So this is a very core area, and this is one of the, as you call it, a bread and butter projects that we have done. Another interesting project, one of the last in my list, which I want to share with you. This is a project that we have done for the submarine. Again, this is one of the very complicated area where not many manufacturers and engineering companies get into, because defense and because of the availability of the space and the material requirement, submarines are very complicated by themselves. Typically submarines don't surface. I mean, especially nuclear submarines don't come to the surface for as long as maybe 6 months, and to ensure that the system stays rugged and usable for their lifespan of about 20 years is quite a challenge. And at the Firetech, we love taking challenge. So this is what we had done for Indian Navy, where we have developed a compressed air foam system for the nuclear submarine that India had developed. The entire development, prototyping, and the supply took more than 5 years. But today we can proudly say that we have already supplied more than 8 units, and there is another supply of close to 4 units, which is still happening. Looking at our expertise and experience in this particular field, there is a European submarine manufacturer have got in touch with us to explore the tie-up for doing their upcoming submarines, and if we can supply firefighting system. So that is what being currently explored, and we are very keen to do that. So that is what all about the FireTech. So we at a FireTech are very passionate about our customers and solving their problems. In this entire journey, we have created a huge product portfolio, and so be it water systems, foam systems, or dry chemical based systems, we have a large portfolio. These are some of the products I have put together just for your information, which are UL listed. So we have a complete range of products, right from the foam discharge outlets or foam discharge devices like foam chamber, foam maker, monitors, foam proportioning units like bladder tanks, then inline balance proportioner, foam concentrates, nozzles, foam sprinklers. So we have a complete range. I encourage all of you to visit our website firetechindia.com to understand more products and more other products that we have. On our website, we have kept all the data sheets so that you get a ready reference of the products or whatever details that one would require. Apart from products, and as I mentioned to you earlier as well, FireTech is not only a manufacturing company. We are engineering company, and designing and engineering or solving customers' problem is the core of FireTech. So based on that, we have a very well equipped engineering team headed by Mr. Kiran, who's with us. He's our MD. So Kiran himself heads the team, and the team is well capable of executing any any challenge that you could imagine. We have all latest equipments like latest software tools like PipeNet or the 3D softwares. We have in the past done work on centralized foam system for, say, oil storage tanks, oil jetties, foam sprinkler systems for warehouses, tanker loading or pump sheds, water spray system for railway wagon gantry for loading unloading facility, also for storage tanks and transformers, because in transformers water spray system is used for firefighting. We have also done high expansion system. I spoke about it some time back about aircraft hangars. We have also done high expansion system for LNG terminals. We have also done hazmat foam system for vapor suppression, and any specialized foam system, like we spoke about the submarine project, that for any confined area and mission critical applications, we are there. We have done that. In fact, we are in the process of executing one of the very prestigious projects for us. We are still working with the client for a space research organization in India, and that discussions are also on. So whenever in India or even in outside India, whenever people come up with, there are unique problems to solve, FireTech is the one place to go to. With our unique expertise and experience, we serve variety of industries, because the idea is to take this particular product or solution and you make it applicable to any industry for their particular requirements, be it oil and gas, chemical, fertilizer, power, marine, defense, aviation, warehouse. We would have done it already. I understand in Philippines, oil and gas and power will be one of the sectors for us to focus on. Chemical is the another area, and warehouses. So these are the 3-4 areas where if you have any inquiries or if you have any projects, you can definitely get in touch with us for any help that you would require. We have worked over a period of time with several clients. Some of the companies which are the large oil and gas companies in India, we have worked, which includes names like Kane, names like Reliance, which are the global players. In terms of EPC companies, we have worked with the who's who of EPC companies. So Black & Veatch is an American giant in petrochemical and oil and gas field. We have worked with them. We have worked with the Vilo. Vilo is a German company, again in the same field. Toyo is a Japanese company, and then several others like Technique, Siemens, ThyssenKrupp. So we have a experience of dealing with all sorts of documentation. What would the customer require? What are the problems that would come during the commissioning, and we are well prepared to handle that. Today, with our experience and expertise of 25 years, we are exporting close to about 15 countries. These are some of the countries that we are exporting to. We are increasing our presence rapidly. I'm very happy to be associated with you, because you guys are also one of the triangles on this map, and are partners in this entire journey. We look forward to add Philippines to our growing markets, and looking forward for all your support. So that's a brief introduction that I had for you. If you guys have any questions, that how do you want to go ahead, do you need any more information, uh, please feel free to ask, to get in, to want, if you want to know any more information. James, so over to you.
Yeah, okay, thank you so much. What I will do is I'm going to unmute all.
Yeah.
So feel free to ask some questions regarding the presentation. So basically what you saw is there was an introduction about the FireTech company on what are the products that we are having in our list or arrays of products, and at the same time, some of the projects that were being completed in a sense that it's not only supply, but from engineering concept until implementation.
Correct.
So also, you were able to see those market where FireTech has already been known. It's only now that we're trying to expand in Southeast Asia. So
Correct.
I'm looking forward that Philippines is one of the good market that this product will be introduced through Safety Tech. So if there are any further detail, maybe in a technical point of view,
Yes.
maybe in a logistic point of view, or some sort of commercial point of view, we can somehow discuss now. So I will unmute all. Okay. So I don't see anything on the chat box.
Okay, great. That's great. So probably we answered all the questions.
Okay. Anybody who would like to ask? Uh, uh, okay. Before somebody will ask, I'll just try to maybe throw this one question in your own field or area, because I see some are in Lawag, Ilocos Norte, some are in Pangasinan, in Baguio, some are in Quezon City. What usually are the applications of home system that you have in your area? Will it be more on warehouse, or chemical plants, or oil and gas? I believe in Batangas, like Sir Gilbert is here, they have a lot of chemical plants there, right?
Okay.
Sir Gilbert,
Yes.
in your area?
We do have so many factories here in Batangas, like electronics, the electronics and warehouses. Like here in our areas, mostly, sir, the businesses here is the warehouse and then electronics company.
Understood.
So those warehouse.
And there's
Mm.
also a what do you call this? Later, before you mentioned, sir, the Shell refinery.
The
It's
Shell refinery,
unfortunately,
yes.
unfortunately, it will be transferred into fully import
Terminal.
what do you call this? Yes,
Yeah.
terminal.
Terminal,
So
yes.
that's all, sir. That's all.
Oh, okay. Abhishek, the place of Mr. Gilbert Magnaya is in Batangas.
Right.
It's a place where there are
A lot of opportunities,
numbers
sir.
of refinery, petrochemical
Correct.
chemical
Correct.
plants in Luzon. So he
Right.
just mentioned about the Shell.
Sure.
Shell is a refinery company, but now they are shutting down. I saw in the news also today. They want
Oh,
to
okay.
convert to a terminal port company. For a terminal company, there are also some applications there, right? In case there are some hazardous. Of course, if a terminal port, there will be handling both hazardous and non-hazardous materials also. So they have to be protected. Correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Mm. And there are still chemical plants there, LNG plants, chemical plants in Batangas.
Correct.
Anybody here from Ilocos? I saw registration from Ilocos. Who's our participant from Ilocos? Lawag yata, sir, di ba?
Sir Erica. Sir Irving.
Oh, sir. Oh, yeah. Sir Ernesto, is it?
Yes, sir.
Oh, in usually in Lawag, Ilocos, what do they have applications there? I believe warehouses. Ilocos is a seacoast area also,
Okay.
coastal area also.
Okay.
That's one of the locations in Ilocos. In in Baguio, Mr. Edwin, right? You have there one branch in Baguio,
Yes,
Advanced Fire Protection Engineering.
yes.
Okay, so most likely in Baguio, yeah, in Baguio also there are also some manufacturing plants there in Luwakan,
Understood.
part of
So
Luwakan.
so James, what I propose is what we can do is you can forward them our brochure, and I will also share this presentation. I mean, you already have it. We can share with them, and
Yes.
let them also visit our website, understand our products, and whenever there is a doubt or something, we can meet again, say in another week or so, and have another round of session.
Yeah.
I mean, if they have any live problems. So Mr. Edwin, what I can propose is there are any live projects or any anywhere they are seeing some challenges, they can write to us or write to James, and we will probably be able to help you with specific how can we go about it. Because I think as a new company or a new brand, it will take time. We will have to introduce ourselves to our customers. They will have to trust us. It will take some time. So we'll get this process started slowly.
Okay.
So any question from who's the marketing manager from your side, Sir Edwin?
Miss Janet.
Miss Janet, right? Or maybe she's traveling. I think she's the one I saw traveling. Okay.
Okay, not a problem. So I think, so James, in that case, should we end this meeting?
Let's wait for a while. Maybe
Sure.
some would like to throw question. Masur, you can throw in question, or Alvin, you want to know something for the benefit.
Engineer James, si ano, yung yung hepe ng Tayug Fire Station, baka may question.
Si Sir. Ano pangalan niyo, Sir? Sa Tayog, Sir? Fire Station? Ano pangalan niyo ulit, Sir?
Arman Corpo, sir. Inspector Arman Corpo. Fire Marshal here. The small town, small municipality in between mountains, Caraballo Mountain Range, here in northern Luzon. Usually, the establishments here are warehouses.
Warehouses.
I'm just requiring them for wet contact system, only water-based.
Water-based, okay. So, are there chemical warehouses there, sir? Any chemical storage? There's no. Oh, okay. So basically, they use sprinkler system.
Correct.
Or hydrant if a big plant.
Right.
So, okay. In Tayog, I have a friend there. My fellow ME also. They are the Purisima family in Tayog.
Where exactly?
Yeah.
I may...
Ang pangalan niya kasi si Max Amor Purisima. Pumunta ako sa lugar nila noon. Hindi ko alam exactly. But it's nearby the bridge. Just entrance of Tayog.
Yes, sir. I'll check it out. I'm not actually from here, from Urdaneta City. It's 5 municipalities from here.
Okay, sir.
So, James, there are a couple of questions in the chat. Should we take them?
Yeah. Okay, from Marivic.
Yeah.
What is the % chance of salvaging equipment soak after being applied with foam?
Yeah, so Marvik, typically a foam has a drainage time, and after a certain period, foam because if you see the actual foam is basically foam concentrate chemical. Then there is a lot of water, and then there is air. So after a time, air escapes and the bubbles burst, and all you have is some foam concentrate and foam concentrate and water. So water drains away. So after a point, the foam will completely drain away, and you can again salvage your equipments. I think what you mean here is not electrical equipments, because typically for electrical fire, foam is not used. Obviously, for electrical fire, the high expansion foam can be used, but again, I mean, you can completely salvage the electric equipments after certain period, say probably a 15 or 20 minutes of, there is a drainage time for the foam which is defined. After that time, you can salvage the equipments, so there is no impact on the equipments as such. Kiran, are you online? Do you want to add to this?
Carry on, you're right. No
Yeah,
issues.
okay, fine, no problem. Okay, so that's the first question. Meravik, I hope I answered your question. Second question here I can see is, what can we offer? What can we offer with a power plants? Now, this is a very broad question. I will try to break it down. And to tell you that, again, power plant require two types of systems. So wherever, if it is, there is some oil or chemicals which are stored. So if it's a diesel fired diesel or heavy oil fired boiler or something, then you require foam systems to protect the fuel, and that is the foam system that you require, and that is where your bladder tank as a foam proportioning system, or some sort of foam pump and foam discharge devices will come into picture. Apart from that, power plant also requires a water spray system, and that is where your deluge wall, medium velocity spray nozzles, QBD, which is the sprinklers, that will come into picture. So again, I mean, for power plants, you require two types of foam and water systems, and as a fire tech, we have a complete solution for both of them. So, and again, why I'm saying the question is a bit broad, because even in power plants, you have to define that you want to protect, or say, a fuel storage system, a fuel storage area, and that is how the entire system is designed for that particular area. You want to protect a certain other, say, transformer, and then the system will be designed for transformer. So that is how. But again, I mean, for power plants, we can offer the complete solution in terms of whatever different fire hazard are defined, we can give a solution to that.
Additional to that, I think Safety Tech also, they have their own products of fire detection system that will trigger this deluge. So I understand from them, they have linear heat.
Okay.
They have smoke and heat detectors as well. So I think basically, as part of the fire tech team, you can do everything from detection to protection. Yeah.
Correct.
So there's one more question. How many % of concentrate retains if bladder tank operates?
Okay, so if you look at the bladder tank construction, bladder tank is a steel tank, carbon steel or a stainless steel tank, depending on environment, within which there is a bladder which is a rubber bladder, and because it's like a rubber balloon, typically, I mean, whenever it gets squeezed completely, and no foam concentrate is left inside. However, just to ensure that, because there might be some foam loss, or if in case there is some foam gets trapped inside it, we suggest that 10 to 15% allowance should be made. So if you calculate and come up with a requirement of, say, 100 gallons, we typically suggest at least you should have a bladder tank which is 110. So in case something goes wrong and some foam gets trapped inside because of bubble formation or something, it will still suffice the requirement. So the answer is 10%.
10%. Okay.
Yeah.
I think there's a follow-up question from Mr. Ernest. He mentioned a while ago, he's the one who asked about the power plants, right?
Correct.
He told we have a client with 115 kV equipment.
Yeah. So I think the answer to this will be, you will have to, I think, if you can help us with the understand, I mean, if you can write a mail to James, what are you trying to protect? Are you trying to protect transformer, the client is generating power, or is just a substation which is 150 kV? Because accordingly, we can help you design a system. So if it is only a transformer or a substation, then there will be maybe a water spray system is good enough. If it is a power plant where the power is being generated, then we will have to look at it as a boiler room, turbine room, and different areas, and hence the fire protection scheme for each of them will be different. So I think to answer this, we would need more details.
Yes.
Yeah.
One more. What is lifespan of a foam concentrate?
Okay. So this is so foam concentrate typical lifespan is somewhere between 6 to 8 years. But again, I mean, it depends on brand to brand. So if you go for if you take Firetech foam concentrate, it will be approximately 10 years of life. If there are some foam concentrate which are available as long as 15 years of life, but every foam concentrate will have a material safety data sheet and a technical specification in which the lifespan will be mentioned, and typically it should not be less than 6 or 8 years.
I think that answers already. Yes,
Yeah, so does it expire? Yes, so everything expires, so even foam expires.
Correct.
So and easier way to understand it's a chemical. So after a certain point, the chemical will start breaking down. It will lose its effectiveness. So if you look at the tank, if you look at the foam tank, there might be some sedimentation. So some solid might get formed because of coagulation, and the effectiveness will go down. So that is what it is meant by foam concentrate expiry. So yeah, it does expire.
Okay. Who else? Okay, while waiting, maybe I will just tell a little bit. I understand that in Philippines, two things. There are existing plants, old plants, shall we say, and those that are new. So two things, I would say two opportunities, two area of application in the Philippines. For those old plants, I think now our government, with the IRR for the fire protection, implementing rules and regulations for fire protection, we are now into the avenue of trying to make things right in every fire protection related equipment or plans. So I think since this safety tech is an active group where they are in the in the area of giving solutions to fire related projects, you can also go for those old plants wherein their foams, like just now we mentioned, may be expired.
Correct.
Or their system need to upgrade.
Correct.
And it is where we're going to give them solution as an engineering and how do you foam manufacturing company. So later on, as I go there in the Philippines, actually one of my goal next year is to visit most of the plants as much as possible. I can visit. I can collaborate with different stakeholders.
Right.
So we can help together as safety tech. I mean, since you are in the front line of market for fire protection, you can go after those existing plants. That's a good way of opportunity also. Second thing is the new plant. New plant means it's a good opportunity to share to them what's the right way of designing and protecting their system. Because I understand in Philippines, sometimes things are being compromised.
Okay.
The client wants to cost cut, or there are some other factors that involve. But I think it's high time for us to make things into proper perspective or proper system now. And in the end, it will help those establishments, those plants to have a proper fire protection. At the same time, it's a good name for safety tech team, to give solution to these companies, right? So I think that's the one thing that I can say. There's another question. Aside from considering the type of equipment to be applied by foam fire suppression system, should an open or enclosed space be taken into consideration?
Okay. So this question, so you have to
Abhishek,
look.
I'm there.
Yeah. Okay. Hi. So
Yeah. Hi.
just flip your camera down.
Yeah. Sorry. So the thing is that regarding the whether it should be stored inside or outside, right? That is the question, correct?
Yes.
Sorry. Yeah. So the thing is that generally one should ensure that the surface temperature of the barrel tank is stored in a temperature, stored in a location where the temperature is not more than 49 degrees centigrade. So generally, what they do when it is stored in open, they provide a shade above the barrel tank, or you can store it inside. You can install the barrel tank inside a room also. There are two ways.
Put a shade or store inside. Yes. it should not be exposed directly to sunlight for full time. Correct?
Correct.
And then next question is, where should be the preferred location of bladder tank?
Okay, so the preferred location of bladder tank, generally it is always good if it is near the proportional, but if it is far away from the proportional, then hydraulic calculation has to be done for the flow ranges of the proportional. So it is an engineering subject. So it depends whether you are using single proportional or multiple proportional. Based on that, we can verify the location of the bladder tank and give a confirmation of the same regarding the proportional, whether it will happen or not.
Okay, from Mr. John Ramos, is there a way you can help us, like guidelines, on how can we conduct an ocular inspection for a newly supply and installation, and those who already have existing?
Yes, we like have an operation manual wherein installation and maintenance procedures are given. Also, NFP 11 is a good guideline for that. So we can help you out with specific guidelines, whichever subject related to foam system. We can do that.
Basically, yeah, the support is there. So I would say to Mr. John, so it's just a one email away.
Yeah.
Yeah. So are there any commercial related questions?
I think there is one more question which has come up.
Okay.
For a warehouse application, what foam solutions prefer, low, medium, or high? Okay. So, so to be specific, you can also go with low expansion and you can also go with high expansion. Nowadays, high expansion foam system is also being used for warehouses as per NFPA 30, or you can use even a foam sprinkler system as per NFPA 16. So both the options are open. The advantage of high expansion is it is a 3D fire extinguishment. So high expansion will sort of give you a complete fire extinguishment. Where when you're having a foam sprinkler system, it is much more of a fire control rather than suppression. So first the fire control takes place and then the suppression takes place. So control is where 90% of the fire is extinguished and the heat release rate is like lesser than the heat absorption rate. That is called as a control fire. So that is generally where sprinklers and foam sprinklers help you control fire. However, if you're using a high expansion foam system, the advantage is it will completely flood the whole area and it is a 3D extinguishment. So the foam will start filling in the complete warehouse and it will not leave any space for the fire to propagate. So slowly warehouses are being protected with high expansion foam systems.
So there is a follow-up question: where should be preferred location of bladder tank in case of warehouses? So yeah, so in case of go ahead.
Yeah. So generally the bladder tanks are located outside the warehouse. Suppose the warehouse is made of say metallic enclosure, then 10 to 15 meters is good. If it is made of masonry wall, then you can place it outside near the fire water network from where you are taking a tapping. So that is not a problem. So you can say within 10 to 15 meters of a warehouse is good enough distance for safe operation of the bladder tank.
Yeah. Next is from JP Arellano. Is the foam safe or health hazard? What happens during is the foam safe or health hazard? What happens during an event of fire? The foam activities are there is trapped person.
So like generally, whenever a low expansion discharge is there, a person with some safety protection like eyewear and mask can and a sort of fire suit can wear and go inside a low expansion discharge. But when a high expansion discharge is there, the people have to be out of the enclosure or no one can enter during the discharge because the whole room gets flooded with foam. So there is no oxygen left for breathing. So no one can enter a high expansion during a high expansion discharge. It's not allowed.
So just to answer that question, foam as such is not a health hazard, but the way foam operates is in a high expansion, it displaces the oxygen. So that is why it becomes hazardous. But yeah, so person can enter inside a foam with a right protective gear, and that's not a health hazard as such.
So, so like what they do is whenever a discharge of high expansion takes place, after the discharge and after the fire is out, they generally use the jet and spray nozzles to sort of for the foam to drain. They spray water on the foam which is in the warehouse, so that the foam will drain, to beat the foam, and then the person can enter.
The main thing here is foam lessens the oxygen content. So once you are being suffocated without oxygen, of course, it will affect the person. So now next is as a beginner industry, what is advantage of foam system in fire protection, or what is the main benefit of foam system?
Okay, so one of the see now, let's say you one like has a warehouse to protect. Okay. Now if you design a water sprinkler system, then the application rate is 10.2 liter per minute per meter square. 10.2 LPM per meter square is the application rate for a sprinkler system for ordinary hazard. Okay. Now, when you go with a foam sprinkler system, the application rate minimum is 6.5 LPM per square meter. So you have a 40% of water saving, 40 to 45% that is saving of water. Second is also your pumping capacity comes down, because as the application rate is low, the flow rate will be lesser, and the water tank capacity, the pumping capacity, everything reduces. Because the foam, when added with water, is more effective in extinguishing the fire. That is why the application rate is lesser, that is 6.5 LPM per square meter as compared to 10.2 LPM per square meter. You got it, James? Am I clear?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. There is one question here. What system can you offer in hospital with existing fire protection? This one, it depends. Hospital means basically for hospital applications, there are certain NFPA, or in your certain area, there are certain, like here in Singapore, we use it.
James, see, in Middle East, for hospital, there is no foam system, but where they have a diesel generator set.
Yes, diesel generator.
For the hospital, there they have the foam sprinkler system, open type. Correct. So that they can extinguish the fire.
So the main thing here for Mr. Ernesto is the application of foam, like we mentioned a while ago. If there are storage of these hazardous like diesel or these petrochemicals, this is where the foam is being applied. But for those hospital, normally inside is a sprinkler. If they have control room, they have gas suppression, like that. Now, a question from Miss Janet.
Yeah, so just to the thing, hospital firefighting system will be probably be governed by the building code. So every region has their own building code.
Yes.
So something like a national building code or a international building code, and that code will define what kind of system will hospital will require. And as James rightly mentioned, will be a fire water system.
Yeah. So it's still compliance with NFPA or the local standard in that city. Okay. Next question, this one. I received an inquiry from client. They have existing Ansul foam system, and they wanted to replace the bladder tank. Is Fartec bladder tank is compatible to any foam system?
Yes. See, generally the compatibility of the foam concentrates, we can our bladder tanks can sort of comply with all the foams internationally. That is not a problem, because the viscosity, so it depends on the foam. What is the type of foam? What is whether it is AFFF or ARAFFF? What is the viscosity of the foam? Based on that, we can confirm our bladder tanks. But we have tested our bladder tanks with at least 8 to 9 foam manufacturers, and we have not found any problem. There are international manufacturers as well as Indian manufacturers, and our bladder tanks have been qualified with most of them when we tested our bladder tanks.
Anyway, the data sheets will be shared with them later for them to see.
Yeah, we can do that. We can see we can replace sort of any of the foam systems manufactured by any global manufacturer. That is our capability. In short.
So there's okay. In case of foam discharge, how do we recover the discharge foam? Does it consider as a waste already?
See, generally the discharge foam is then like diverted to generally an effluent treatment plant, which is generally there in the oil refineries or in the industrial premises. So generally there's a guideline also by the foam manufacturer about how to dispose of the foam solution and all, which requires quite an investment. So that's a still a topic which is being sort of looked forward by the sort of authorities, the authorities having jurisdiction or not. So we can share with you. That's not a problem.
But yeah, it is. It cannot be recovered. Discharge foam cannot be
Yes,
recovered.
cannot be
It is
recovered.
used.
So what is the effect of foam system to the environment? As you have mentioned that foam has expiration, how are we going to dispose and use?
Okay, now, Mr. Regarding disposal, you will have to hand it over to the scrap dealers or such, and we can give you recommended procedures because these foam have some toxic effects on water generally. So it is not disposed of in a say an environment where there is drinking water. You cannot mix foam with that because it leaves some toxic residue. So there is a biological oxygen demand and which is there in the foam, and we can share with you how to dispose it of. Absolutely not a problem.
It depends. Here in the Philippines, here in Singapore, there is a proper procedure. The
I know that.
the authority is requiring. I'm not sure about in the Philippines. How do they do that? Because sometimes, I don't know, by practice, some will just discharge anywhere, which is not the right practice. It has to be handled properly.
Okay, James, so are we done or anything more?
I think that's all for now.
Okay, great.
Is there any more question? Maybe if you want to know more about commercial things or logistic, you can just refer to Sir Edwin or Mazur, or you can email to us and we can answer you back. Basically, this meeting is not the last. This is the first, and it will be continuous partnership. So let's keep our communication and our network together. Let the email just continuously overflow. We will appreciate that. And the more inquiry, the better, so that we can help each other. So either technical or commercial. And of course, I'd like to hear from Sir Edwin, the lead top guy of Safety Tech. Before we're going to close out, Sir Edwin? May sabihin ka, sir, bago tayo magtapos?
Bagata siyak nagdamdamagan.
Andiyan ba siya? Si Sir Edwin? Kung wala, siguro anyone from Safety Tech, sir? Sinong pwede from Safety Tech na mag-closing words? Masur, ikaw. Yan ka, Masur?
Not a problem, just maybe some of them are having technical difficulties. So as you rightly mentioned, this is not the last time we are meeting.
Okay.
We do have plenty of time, so we'll do that.
Okay, anyway, if there's no further question,
correct.
I would like to thank everyone. I believe there will be more coming up later. Maybe more ideas will come out after this training.
Correct.
So,
sir, thank you, sir, for inviting us for this webinar. And then I think maybe Sir Edwin have a technical difficulty. So we are giving thank you, sir, for inviting us and having us in this webinar. So we can hope there's another time for us to discuss important matters in this kind of project. So
yes.
Good luck to us, and soon we have a lot of projects.
Correct.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Dito.
Okay, James.
So I think that's all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
So see you on the next time. Yeah.
Good. Okay. Bye-bye. Have a nice day.
Thank you, sir. Have a nice day.
Hi, sir. Excuse me.
Sir James?
Sir James?
Sige. Sir Edwin.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. You can...
Go ahead po.
Hi, good evening. I'm Rosemary, Safety Tech Innovation and General Manager. I'm really sorry. Our president is on the other line. May kausap lang po siya na client. So, medyo importante po kasi. That's why he need to take the call.
Okay.
So, May simple request lang po yung president namin. If we can take a picture, can we open our camera? Lahat po tayo so we can take a picture together.
Okay. Wala na sila, wala yung taga-India. Okay lang, nag-out na yung taga-India. Sige. Yung mga video nyo, sir, i-open nyo daw.
Dahil doon sa girlfriend mo. Nandito ngayon, mga laptop.
Naka-open na po ba lahat? Parang hindi pa naka-open lahat, mga sir.
Hindi mo ulan. Saan ka ba?
Yung, sino nag-share ng screen?
Baka po kasi maligaw kasi. Hindi po ako nag-alam. Maligaw kasi. Natulo kasi.
Yan, okay. Nasaan si Sir Edwin? Nawala. Nawala ba? Ayun. Yung...
Sir, okay na po.
Okay na? Okay.
Apo. Thank you po.
Okay, salamat. Okay.
Keep safe
Okay,
po.
thank you.
Thank you
Okay.
po.
Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you po, Sir James. Thank you po for inviting us.
Sir. Mag-email ka lang, sir, kapag may mga query ka.
Sige po, sir. I-coordinate ko saan po ba? I-coordinate ko po directly sa inyo o kay Sir Edwin?
Kahit sa kanya, isisi mo ako, no problem. Kahit hindi related sa phone, basta fire protection. Kasi yun ang work ko naman dito ngayon sa Singapore.
Okay, sir. If ever, sir, umuwi kayo ng Pilipinas, sir, so we can have some time, sir, para ma-locate natin yung mga target natin na buildings and companies, so para magkaroon tayo ng customers po.
Oo, dyan sa Batangas.
Sige po, sir. Possibly po, kailan po kayo makakauwi ng Pilipinas?
Sa Kwan, sir, ang flight namin sa October 27. Pero most likely, ang pamamasyal ko na sa Pilipinas next year na. Dahil naka-COVID tayo. Mag-webinar tayo from time to time. Mag-zoom lang tayo, sir.
Sige po, sir. Sige po, maybe someday, sir, mag-meet tayo nila Sir Edwin. Ano po?
Oo, tayo. Oo, sige. Meet tayo.
Sige po, sir. Sige po.
Okay.
Thank
Sige.
you po.
Okay, thank you.